Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Ravi and welcome back to another Adobe After Effects tutorial. So in this video we'll be learning to make this zooming intro animation in a very simple way. So the first thing is to create a new composition. I'll click on this button here and I'll name this composition zooming animation. 1920 by 1080 resolution seems fine to me with a duration of 5 seconds and I'll hit OK. So now the first thing is to create a text layer. To do that, I'll click on this T button here so that we enable the type tool, and I'll type in some random text. I'll type in welcome. Okay. And now if you can notice, the anchor point is not at the center of the text. So I'll select this anchor point tool or pan behind tool and move this to exactly to the center of our layer. Now once we do that, I'll just center this, and now we'll be converting this text layer to a 3D layer. To do that, in the timeline you can notice that we have a cube option here. Just click on this cube button. If you don't find this cube, make sure you right click here, and from columns you'll have to ensure that modes is checked. Okay, once you convert this into a 3D layer, you can expand this and expand the transform properties and click on the timer button here for position. Okay, and now change the z-axis value of the position parameter in such a way that you increase it to negative 3000 or negative 4000 so that it moves outside our view. This is fine, and I'll move forward and set the position value back to 0. Okay, and now move forward and click the diamond button here so that a keyframe is created for the same value. And now I'll move around 10 frames forward and set this value to greater than 2000 so that it becomes smaller. And at the same time, I'll click on this timer button here so that a keyframe is created. I'll set the scale value to 0 at this point, and I'll move 10 frames behind exactly at this point and change this back to 100. So now if I start playing the video, you can see that this is how the animation comes in. It stays for a couple of seconds and then moves back, and this looks fine to me. So now I'll duplicate this layer by holding Ctrl and tapping on D so that it gets duplicated, or you can simply hit edit and duplicate. Once you do that, I'll change the text layer name to 2 and move this to around 1 second forward. And if I start playing this, you can see that this is how the text comes into our scene like this. Alright, and I'll duplicate it once again, move it 1 second forward. I'll change the name to effects and duplicate this once again, holding Ctrl D, move around 1 second forward and change this to studio. Alright, so if I start playing this, you can see that this is how the animation comes in, and we have a cool intro created. So one quick tip here: if we start enabling the motion blur, it would look much better. To do that, you click on this motion blur button for all the 4 text layers, and also ensure that the motion blur for the composition is checked. So if I start playing this, you can see we have a cool zooming intro text animation that you can use for your video. I hope you found this video helpful, and if that's the case, give us a thumbs up. And if you'd like to talk with me regarding visual effects and video editing, you can always reach out to me on Instagram at VFXGuyRavi. See you guys next time with another tutorial.